Well, hello there. I just want to give you a really quick precursory heads up as we dive into the Series 6 reaction episodes of Inside Number 9. Stephen and I are recording these podcasts live alongside our lovely audience on YouTube immediately after watching each new episode of Series 6 of Inside Number 9. We don't know what to expect from each one. We're like everybody else. We're not prepared. We literally just watched it and are capturing our authentic, raw reaction to it. So if you're looking for deep level, intelligent entertainment, insight and wisdom about the content of the episode and you're trying to make sense of it, then you might well be a little bit disappointed. But we will be diving back into the series once this whole thing has aired. So if you want to just hang out alongside two people who love the unexpected treats and surprises that come from experiencing a new series of Inside Number 9, then you're most welcome to come along with us. If you wouldn't appreciate that, then we recommend you coming back later. Thanks to all of you who understand and appreciate this. It means the world to have you on board. Right, that said, let's head into this week's episode of A Quiet Night Inside Number 9. Stephen!
Andrew!
What are you doing up so late on a school night?
Oh, I've just watched a brand new episode of Inside Number 9.
That was crazy.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. I don't even know where to start, really.
The thing, it was just relentless. A relentless barrage of it was like if Naked Gun Police Squad made a heist movie, like from the other side of things, from the criminal side.
Yeah. And it was produced by Tim Vine.
And it was produced by Tim Vine, and Tim Vine really wanted to put his stamp on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a pure erection episode. Thanks, Simon. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Tim. Yeah, and we're going live. I think, this was your idea. I was reluctant, but I think it's quite a good idea, actually. Especially as, like the Stephen Reese's podcast, the Inside Number 9 podcast, goes live straight after the episode. And I quite like not having any chance to listen to that before we just dive straight in and have a pure erection.
Or really any chance to think about what we're going to say.
Yeah, this really goes against every part of how I need to process life. Yeah, so it's like pure erection. So how did you prepare for this?
I didn't really prepare for this. I sat down with a pen and paper and watched it with you sat next to me on my computer screen.
Yeah, and I was watching on my on my computer through the internet, so I was about a minute and a half behind you. So I'd hear a little chuckle.
Some of them weren't just little chuckles, though, were they? Some of them were all out guffaws.
Favourite moments?
Possibly beef wrap. The beef wrap was
special.
I think Mario picking up Reese, I thought was amazing. Which I just seen Lauren was a big fan of that one. The armchair.
The armchair, yes.
Get your own chair, yeah. Get your own chairs, and then the armchair with the squeak, the creaky. Yeah. How about you?
I mean, I don't know if I'm a big fan of puns, like if I love puns or hate puns, but I found them very funny. The carefully Chicago.
That was the thing, though. That entire one was just waiting for the Jamaica setup that never came.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, it was a great anticlimax. Yeah, I just really.
So what exactly happened? So it was a diamond heist. It was all fairly normally set up as sort of a heist with a twist.
Yeah.
So the aim was
Double
there was
twist.
a diamond heist. Yeah, diamond heist was going to happen. She was undercover. She tipped off the police. He knew. He
Pantalone
killed
was
her.
in control, but then didn't quite see the switcheroo happening.
Yeah. But then with the Mexican standoff that ended with everyone shot, it then turns out that they were twins.
Yeah, there's an echo. There was a true echo.
That was the echo. It was his echo.
Yeah, and in terms of the whole commedia dell'arte thing, it was like I heard Stephen Rees on Zoe Ball's show the other day, as I know many people did, and Steve was like mentioned that then, and I was like, oh, at least there's some foothold of preparation that can happen before this, because I didn't know anything about that.
Did you look up the character names and things?
Yeah, I mean it's quite. So I'd watched a there's quite a good National Theatre video that sort of is a good introduction to the various characters that are in that. It's like Italian drama, like theatre, thing. You just show my absolute ignorance. and like in the comments underneath that video is like people being like, "This is like GCSE drama. Why do you need to know this?" Like, I didn't do GCSE drama, so this is quite helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it seems quite so like Harlequin. It seems quite sort of true to the format from that perspective.
Yeah, I'm just looking at them now, looking at some of the names. So, Pantalone.
Yeah, and then you've got the captain, El Capitano.
El Capitan. Il Dottore.
And the doctor. So there's apparently the doctor figure is like... So in the video, it's got this... It's like split in two. So you've got the kind of... like the aristocratic half and the people in control, and then you've got like the subservient half underneath, and like everybody represents some sort of archetype. And the doctor is like this figure of knowledge who doesn't actually know anything, which seems to be quite apt for Steve's character in there. Like, you know, the doctor who can't stand the sight of blood. Perfect. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess it's probably worth us saying after the reaction episode, like we're going to probably do reaction episodes for every episode of this series. We may well do it like this each time. We'll see. And then we'll go back and do a deeper dive once we've had a chance to sort of read other people's responses and stuff like that, and have a think and actually reflect on what we've just watched.
The hemophobic doctor.
Hemophobic.
It was just a half hour of. I like the fact that there was an upfront acknowledgement that we are 6 series in, and we said before, like with Zanzibar, it was like they were really sort of flexing their muscles at that point, flexing their creative muscles, and really sort of, I don't know, turning things on their head and exploring what you can do with this sort of stuff. And here they just spelled that out to us straight away. We're so deep into this now, we're running out of ideas. So here's this.
Yeah, this was almost Zanzibar, like another layer through.
It was, like with the full-on narrator to the
breaking
audience,
the fourth wall,
massively so, and just chatting us through it. And I guess it was the Commedia dell'arte equivalent of sort of the Shakespearean stuff.
Yeah, I think it came from the same time, so which is interesting, isn't it? A similar kind of theatrical movement emerged across Europe at a similar sort of time. But
I'd be interested to know to what extent that is as farcical as this. I mean, obviously the jokes would have been updated, but what was it as bad as that?
Yeah,
just bang.
It's kind of like I don't know what the relationship is with like pantomime, but like it's very pantomimey in terms
That's
of
true.
the slapstick and the the just I don't know, ridiculous jokes. I would say they're obvious, but they're not that obvious. They're like they are intelligent, stupid jokes. Like, yeah.
But then on the you've got that, but then you've got the horror of throats being slit, horrible gunshot wounds, all those sorts of things that you wouldn't generally get in your January seasonal pantomimes. I'd hope.
True. Yeah.
Maybe. You wondered to what extent there were kind of Wuthering Heights things going on.
Yes,
without having seen or read it.
I would love to know.
Any ideas, anyone?
I mean, there's the conversation going on in the comments is
it's almost like we don't need to be here.
It's off.
What they've muted us and they're just having their own chat.
Yeah. Any Wuthering Heights parallels?
At the moment, we've got. They're just listing places now. Oh yeah, I'm an expert in bumming.
Yeah. Oh, I love the
If you need
slow-mo.
full watch, I've got a Glock. Yeah, we're not in slow-mo anymore.
And just that whole sandwich thread. I like
Oh, S&M sandwiches.
S&M sandwich thread.
Pulled pork.
Lauren's got no idea about Wuthering Heights.
Well, there's got to be
links.
Explore.
There's got to like you don't call something Wuthering Heist unless you do, of course.
It wasn't really for Brian. Brian didn't enjoy it.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
I can possibly, I can kind of see why some people might have found it exhausting. As you say, you're not a massive fan of the pun.
But I don't know. I haven't made my mind up.
Has it brought you around to it?
I mean, I've always enjoyed a pun, but also hated myself for enjoying it. Like,
I lose respect for myself every time I laugh at one.
Oh, here we go. We've got a Wuthering Heights parallel.
Love triangle. Yeah, that's what I thought it would probably be the case. It's so Austin.
Yeah.
It is Austin Powers. That's very true. Powers. Definite Austin Powers vibes. And a low.
Tim, great point. How did they fit so much into half? How did they fit so much into half an hour? There was a lot that went on there.
So stupid and so amazing. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. It was when I saw the masks, I expected dark. I expected quite a dark episode. Not a full-on hilarious assault.
Diamond heist.
Austin Powers. Good show, Isla.
Hey, Jane Austen Powers. Yeah, and it was a surprise. I suppose the biggest twist was probably Arlequin, or whatever his name was.
Arlecchino,
being an aspiring Crystal Palace player.
It's fine. It might work out with Millwall.
For Millwall. Poor guy.
Nice little Chekhov's gun. Yep, it was right at the beginning.
Right to the head.
I see. It did seem like a needless gun waving in that first scene.
Yeah, it was quite nice. Well, not nice, but you know what I mean. Yeah, and I'm glad he he comes up like he's rich at the end, isn't he? He's sort of done all right. Him and his.
I was a bit worried he wasn't going to realise.
Yeah.
And he was just going to say he didn't really like the mints and was going to throw them.
I did have a little sore feeling in my tooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, bit down on that. Roger Daltrey, not a member of the police.
Oh, yeah. Also, just saying there's a rat and immediately making the leap to Boomtown Rats.
Bob Geldof.
Bob Geldof, rat.
Yeah. Maybe a personal dig. I don't know.
Very possibly.
But
yeah.
no, sorry.
The Isla said she was glad that Kate Bush didn't appear for a musical interlude. It was unlikely that they would be able to afford that on the basis of the ongoing Scaramouche gag. Scaramouche. The first one was just beep, 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 beep. I did wonder for a second what had just happened, what had been said.
Yeah. Yeah.
The slitting of the throat felt very line of duty. Yes, it did.
Yes.
Adrian Dunbar is on his way.
Yeah. I've not seen Line of Duty. So
if you're not,
I'm agreeing there. I'm like,
there's a couple of good throat slits.
Is there?
Yeah, I felt like it was a very deliberate line from Pantalone, the "You're with me now," when it's like that was the moment that he felt like he took control of what was going on. Like she was running the show as a mole.
Yeah.
But then that was fairly misguided because he still screwed it up massively for himself.
I guess he didn't. I guess he succeeded in a way because it all went quite swimmingly for him, really.
As far as he's aware, he's got away with a big pack of diamonds.
Exactly. Yeah. Because he didn't come in until after the diamond switcheroo.
That's true.
You know.
I did enjoy his re-entrance, his overly dramatic re-entrance, carrying Hortensia's body.
The fact he waited for the garage to rise and then started crying. It's like so good. Yeah,
I do enjoy Patterson Joseph. He's very good.
Yeah, there's a lot of
most things. Tim, you're right. They generally do start with a lighter one. Although having said that, the very first episode. Season 1, episode 1 ended up with a child abuse victim setting fire to some people in a wardrobe. So I don't know to what extent it's fully true that they start with the comedy ones and get darker. I
guess it depends how you look at it.
I don't see that as very, very light.
No, I don't mean that in in any way other than like the episode itself is a rather absurd comedic.
It is
situation.
The situation is absurd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it felt like One for All 12. It felt like a sister piece to Zanzibar.
Zanzibar, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of interesting, the kind of meta side of it with Columbina doing like breaking the fourth wall and that sort of Miranda. I'm not Mirandering.
Oh, I'm not fleabagging.
I'm not fleabagging. I'm Mirandering.
Stop fleabagging. Yeah. I'm not fleabagging. Oh, the very, very specific references to like the BBC platforms, BBC programs.
Yeah.
It knows where its home is.
and how successful we are in China and other places. So just, making everybody aware of that.
Oh, when he sings it in the Travel Tavern. You're right, Simon. Yes. When Alan Partridge sings
Wuthering Heights.
Yes.
Difficult to keep up with Simon.
He's gone beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah, the I was wondering to what extent they would keep that meta thing up, and they really did. Really, really, really did.
Yeah. No, it's good. Yeah, I mean, like breaking from the show itself, I just wanted to say happy anniversary.
Oh yeah, happy anniversary, man.
You know, we were talking a little while ago about what we're going to do to mark our like a year of doing the podcast, and then I just sort of forgot about that until I had a little walk down to Sainsbury's earlier, and then kind of on my way back, I was thinking, this is what we're doing for the anniversary of our podcast.
We've started doing live ones.
We've been given a new series.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a beautiful... I mean, we couldn't have timed... Oh, we could have timed things slightly better, but Stephen Rees...
That was going to have to be a trade-off, though, wasn't it? Because it was either going to be...
I suppose anniversary...
Have everything wrap up at that point, or anniversary leading into new series.
Yeah, actually, I prefer it this way.
I think this way is probably better.
Yeah, me too. It's lovely.
It is.
And so, yeah, just want to say hello to... We've had quite a few new listeners, I think, recently, given the announcement of the new series and stuff. Obviously, people sort of looking for a podcast. I don't know, but welcome and hello to all of you. That's my little sentimental bits. So
cool. That was lovely little sentimental bits, mate.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here we are, sat with it on a Monday evening with double-digit number of people sat in a YouTube chat,
yeah,
talking to us about an episode of Inside Number 9.
Exactly. Yeah, other supermarkets are available. I don't condone Sainsbury's usage.
Condone?
I don't condemn it, but I don't condone it.
I don't condone it. I don't condone it.
It's just the nearest one. It's like a nice walk away from my house. Gets me a bit of fresh air, but it's not so close that I don't feel like I've had any fresh air.
Good. It's a good distance.
It's perfect. It's like Goldilocks distance. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, like I'm really intrigued because I was thinking, like, this is such a fairly crazy thing to do, is like with a series like this, where you have no idea what you're getting.
No.
To hop on and do a podcast.
I mean, yeah, there are pre-reviews that are sort of popping out and up around online, because obviously they are being seen by certain publications before they go out, or at least something is. So there is potential to jump into those, but I don't really want to. And I think it's actually nice to just come and have a chat with people about what that initial reaction was. And getting this out early means that we can have that conversation over the course of next week while we wait.
Yeah, completely change our minds.
Yeah, completely. It wasn't a meta thing about a heist job gone wrong at all.
What you think you've watched, it's not what you watched.
Imagine.
No, exactly.
Did anyone get the hair?
Didn't get the hair.
The only place I can imagine it was in that room that Columbina goes into. Was it in the background there?
I don't know.
I did feel it felt a little bit like Private View at the beginning.
I thought exactly. I wrote that down, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. Same set as Private View, it looked like.
Yeah. And there was like the what's the like word?
Plastic sheeting.
Yes, that's it.
Is that
how do you know
it's
that's
like plastic
universal
sheeting?
Sign for plastic sheeting?
Because I've just watched the same thing as you did and thought the same thing as you did about the plastic sheeting looking like Private View.
That's cool. Well, I created a box because I meant to write down, you know how normally I would say like this episode was directed by, was this directed by Guillermo Morales? Yeah. So I created a box to write that down in, and all I wrote was Private View and sandwich. So I forgot to open the show with that bit.
Produced by Private View and directed by a sandwich.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, Guillaume's been hyping it up on his socials.
Oh, has he?
As Lauren said, he said it was mad, and he was not wrong.
No, he was right, I would say.
I mean, if you're doing multiple episodes of Inside Number 9, you are really getting an amazing experience of directing different genres all over the shop. Like
Great for the CV.
He was. So I mean, that's all he's there for, really. He's just padding out his CV. Because he was a horror director, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And now, not anymore. Because I wouldn't say this was a horror. Dark, but not a horror. Farcical.
No, it's not horror.
Farcical comedy with a little bit of darkness.
Yeah.
The Sandwich is the new Seance Time glass of water.
Yes, very true. Chekhov's
sandwich.
That's 6. Oh yeah, that's 6-9 change.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
once removed, yeah.
Chekhov's piece. Oh, all right, yeah. Yeah, good point.
What's the significance of that?
I thought he was just being ridiculous, but maybe
then
not.
Everybody was in there anyway, weren't they? Was he in the wrong? Should he have...
He just had his piece of paper upside down.
Oh, originally?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
That was all I
was supposed to be in he wasn't supposed to be in number 6, and then Echo was in number 6. And I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
Echo 6-9.
Echo 6-9. Maybe. That's a possibility. I just thought that he wasn't very bright, and so he was struggling with the understanding of where he was supposed to be.
Yeah.
He's turned up with his sandwich bits.
I think what I was reading about in the video about the Harlequin character is that they come across as stupid because they're not very logical or not very intelligent on that level.
Yeah.
But maybe there's other ways that they... Well,
one thing, there was that almost like a heartbreaking bit towards the end where he was like, it seemed that he thought that this was all a script, but actually it wasn't.
Yeah. And trying to wake people up. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was all a play.
Maybe he was maybe there was a play in number 6.
Maybe.
As Ottilie says, or Ottilie, sorry, I don't know pronunciations. Interesting suggestion. He was never supposed to be there and they assumed he was someone else. Maybe he assumed he was someone else.
Maybe. Because it was... Yeah. Although she was talking to him as though it was all a play. Maybe she was speaking to him as though it was all a play.
Yeah.
And I wondered whether that was almost how she felt she had to talk to him because he struggled with things and sort of struggled a bit with situations and scenarios, and that was how she best understood when he was feeling anxious. She could say, "No, it's all right. I've looked 2 ahead, 2 pages ahead. It'll all be all right. Don't worry about it." And then it turned out not.
Yeah, that relationship. Actually, yeah, I'm already looking forward to going back and
me too. Because there was
again and seeing some of the.
There was something there, and I don't know if she's planted herself in that group and she's kind of gotten close to him, but he doesn't seem like he's an integral part of anything. He's not really bringing an awful lot to the table except sandwiches. Or
a desire for sandwiches. He's not even really.
No.
Although I suppose he brought the sandwiches. Yeah, he did bring the S&M sandwiches.
He did bring S&M sandwiches. Like, how does the writing of that gag go? If you reverse M&S, you get S&M. Imagine S&M sandwiches.
What would they be? Yeah.
Do you just sort of sit down and you go, those are all sandwich names that sound like they could be to do with bondage. S&M, M&S, yes, we've got a joke.
Meaty, disgusting meaty sounding sandwiches.
Yeah.
So we'll do a deeper dive into this once we've gone through the whole series. So if anybody has any thoughts that they want to kind of share after a bit of reflection time and maybe another viewing, then that would be great. And we'll kind of aim to draw all that together and see if we can make more sense of things.
Actually, you know what? Shall I just release a Discord invite, and this lot can carry on with this in a Quiet Night Inside Number 9 Discord?
Oh, you've created it, have you?
I've created it. I just haven't sent out an invite link.
Okay.
Maybe I should just
put that out. I think
they
should probably all go to bed, but...
No, but I mean, not now.
Okay,
they don't have to carry on now. It can be whenever they like. I'll even put a cryptic crossword channel into it.
They can stay up if they want. Who am I to say? But yeah, no, that's a great idea. Do that.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, great. Do you reckon, should we do this again next week?
I reckon we should do this again next week. This has been fun.
Are we committing a bit early to that?
Do you lot want us to do this again next week?
Don't ask a question like that.
Yeah, just reply. This is a stream of wouldn't bother if I were you.
If it feels good to us. Come on.
Yeah, don't suggest to them that they're in control of this. No one's replied. We need that.
I think she's talking about.
As in, you need
Discord.
this again next week, or the Discord. I'm confused now.
Or
what do you need? Do you need a Discord? Do you need more of this?
Discord.
Yes, Discord.
Well,
already looking forward to it. Simon says
Simon
yes.
Loves that. Capitals. El Capitano there.
El Capitano with that was cryptic, mate.
Good. Yeah. So if you're listening to this
content
as the podcast, then and the Series 6 has not yet finished, then come and join us on one of the live streams on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, which is not a very easy channel URL to read out because I think it's full of weird symbols.
How much do we need to have up before we can turn it into a friendly one?
Is it 100 subscribers or something?
100 subscribers.
I don't
Make
know.
Andy's life easier by subscribing to the A Quiet Night Inside Number 9 YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Links on Twitter.
And then we'll be able to say it's youtube.com/A Quiet Night Inside.
AQNIN 9. The digit 9.
And if you want to follow us on Twitter, then do at AQN. I've lost
just
it.
said it.
I've lost
at
it.
AQNIN 9. Talk to us on there. I'll also be putting out an invite to the new A Quiet Night Inside Number 9 Discord on there for those of you that want to come and chat to us and want to talk to us about things you'd like us to do with the podcast maybe. Yeah.
Cool.
Just a little place for us to hang out and chat.
Oh, nice one, mate.
Cool.
Great. Well, thank you so much to everybody for,
Shut up, Simon.
for joining us. Thank you, Simon. Take that to Discord.
Well, I'm not alone here.
We'll see you all again next week. Thank you. Yeah, for hanging
Bye-bye.
on. All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.